this is going to be a dope interview because this will be the first one that I've done with an entire like music group. We've got the Rack Racer music group here, man, Chattown.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce all the guys here, and then we'll just basically chop it up with them. Y'all get to know them better. They're all individual. You said they're all solo artists that move collectively as a group, similar to how Show and Prove does, if y'all follow the Chatterham's TV channel. So we're looking forward to this. So we'll start over to my left.
Man, it's your boy T-Riser, man. You know what I'm saying? Big head fade, big record, man. You know?
Hell yeah.
Yo, it's the biggest gloss in the world, man. It's Quattro Cinco. You know what I'm saying? The biggest vibe, taking this shit from Chet to, you know what I'm saying, across the globe with it.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man, I go by Young P, man, part of Rack Racer Music Group. So I've been doing music for a minute. You know, we're just checking in with Chad Arms, see what's happening.
Hell yeah, man.
Man, let's get it, man. You got your boy PG Caster right here. You know, we pushing P with a big G behind it. Let's get it.
Hell yeah. So y'all, we'll start like this, okay? Are y'all all from Chattanooga originally? Are y'all all from here? Y'all want to kind of break that down, everybody?
Yeah, I'm originally from Chattanooga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm born and raised Chattanooga.
All right.
I'm actually, I was actually born in California, and I'm from Georgia, but I'm right on the border of Chattanooga and Georgia, so I'm back and forth. It's like two homes at once type shit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a big 423 baby, man. Chattanooga born and raised.
Oh, dope. So y'all are all relatively like, yeah, y'all are all from here for
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, for sure.
Most part.
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. And what I'll do when I ask questions, y'all can kind of just pick how y'all want to, who wants to go, and then everybody can just go whatever after. What was it like growing up? Since y'all are all relatively from the same somewhat area of Chattanooga, what was it like growing up here?
I guess I'm the oldest, so.
Alright.
Coming up, I came up when the music scene was just really started like popping. You know, we had like, and you know, this was during the CD era. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Chattanooga, it was doing real big at the time. We had a couple labels that was doing their thing. So I started off making beats first.
Oh, okay.
So I went from there to rapping more. You know what I'm saying? But
Do you still produce?
nah.
You just focusing on the artist side of it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. I've never had patience for making beats.
I did it then, man. I was broke, man. They helped me make money to get through high school.
Right. No, you got. Yeah, I feel you, bro, for sure.
Yeah. So growing up for me, especially with music and the music scene, like it was really just another wave of sounds just coming through the city on top of the foundation that was already laid. So I just really found my way into my sound through what's already been laid. Like I said, through the foundation of the music scene, but taking it global. So yeah, that's really like growing up in the city, just watching it grow. The city always growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit more old school than these guys.
Right.
But at the same time, shit, I started rapping when I was like 12, just calling in the radio and rapping on the radio. They had a thing called Rhyme Time at 9. And then from there, some people was like, man, you need to start getting in the studio. So I met a guy that had a little studio. And this was like at the time where home studio was like cutting edge technology. Like if you, not everybody got a studio now and it records music, but this is, like 15 years ago, not a lot of people had studios. So I would like, they had the chat room microphones and stuff for like Yahoo and AOL and stuff. And I found out how to record music to my computer through one of these microphones and stuff. So just kind of started doing it like that, and then just started branching out and just met a lot of connections, and through the years just met everybody in Chattanooga. And like I said, I'm from Georgia, but there was a lot bigger music scene in Chattanooga, so they kind of just fucked with me and embraced me, and I met a lot of good connections. Just kept moving through the city like that.
That's dope, though, bro.
Man, but for sure. But like coming up for me in music was like different. Man, my pops had a studio in Highland Park. A lot of people used to come through to the studio. Man, he had one of the only studios like in the city at the time. Like you early 2000s. So, and then my mama, she sold CDs at the gas station. Like all the new music, anything you wanted. So like back to touch on that CD era. So I would like see it. I would be in my room, I would hear like the different artists from the city coming in from, it didn't matter what hood, what part of the city it was coming from, I would hear it. So that was just like real big. It was like a big inspiration, coming up in the city, seeing it. It was, back then the city was more like unified. We had different events going on, people could be in the same places, you'd actually go outside and do stuff, So coming up, it was different.
Yeah. What's crazy too is the way you was talking about with the microphone, the little chat mics. That's the way I started too.
Yeah, the AOL.
Remember the
chat
sound
mic.
recorders on the old desktops?
Yeah.
Where you had like 60 seconds and
Yeah.
it would stop and you have to. Well, that's what we did. It was.
I had little mics with. I had wrapped pantyhose around it
Yeah.
and shit. I remember he come out to visit me when I was like, that's my brother and stuff. He come out to visit me when I was like 13. He was just like, you're recording music on a computer? Like this shit. He's like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy too. Cause like now, bro, you could literally. I know people that record verses on their phone.
On the phone, yeah.
A lot of them
And
do
that's,
that.
yeah,
You
that's
can damn
crazy.
near, especially like recording wise nowadays. Back in the day, you had to have like good microphone and shit to get quality. But now you can damn near record, like say, on your phone and take it to a studio, and they put the right plugins on it to make that shit. I mean, I know people dropping albums in prison that's fucking sound great.
And there's so much, the quality now can be manipulated so easily through like AI and through like.
Oh yeah, the AI's fixing to change everything. Too,
Yeah,
so it's
man.
about to be-
What do y'all think about that? How do y'all feel about that whole thing?
I feel like it's about to change the
Yeah.
whole industry. Period. I feel like engineers. It's going to affect more so engineers and producers and videographer and camera people work more than anything.
Yeah.
I feel like because they already got the AI photo enhancers and they got the AI video enhancers, and then I feel like it's going to come to a time where you ain't, I think it's going to be in the next 5 years. Studios won't even have engineers. You just book an appointment, go in, check into it, walk in there, and it just pretty much already knows what to do. They already got like mixing templates and stuff that pretty much do majority of stuff for you, but it's going to get to the point where you just be like, I want my song to sound like this record or that record, and it's just going to be like,
Yeah, it's wild, man. Like, well, especially now, like, bro, you go to some McDonald's, dude, there ain't even no people in
there's
there
no
anymore.
people, yeah.
Gas stations too. We got
Gas stations. They got a dollar store like that up in Tennessee. I forgot where it was in Tennessee. I've seen it. I think it was in like Gatlinburg or something. They had the whole. Nobody's even in the dollar store. You just go in, get whatever you want, and they got cameras everywhere, and they just track what you get, and you pay for it and walk out.
It's just wild, man.
I think it's really it's been around. I think everybody's just perfected their version of it.
Yeah.
So like now it's a lot more sellable and attractive because it's a lot of that shit come with bugs, like just trials, you know what I mean? Like just everybody's trying out their own version of it to sell. So it's like I feel like it's really been around for a lot longer than we know of, but now it's just it's more sexy.
Technology's growing with it and shit. It's crazy how technology. Like 10 years ago, I didn't even have a touchscreen phone. You think about it like that.
Yeah, bro. That's what was wild, dude. When we talk about that too, like when we did that, when I shot that Jelly freestyle, 10-minute freestyle. This was 2009. He had just gotten out like a month prior to that, and we got him a touchscreen phone when he got out, and none of us had one.
Yeah.
None of us knew how to use it. There was no buttons on it. That's why in the freestyle he's like been out about a week and got a touchscreen. But we thought, like, because everybody else had like the Blackberries or the Sidekicks,
Yeah.
and those were cutting edge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now you can.
I love them motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude. Now you can do now cell phones now, like you can do everything. They're bringing the fold phones and the flip phones back.
Yeah. For the phones.
It's just
the camera quality on them's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
They just changed the way you flip it.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We could talk about this. So, do y'all want to talk about like y'all's first projects or first songs y'all remember recording? I know you kind of briefly spoke on it. On like, that's always interesting to get artist perspectives, like where they started at, like how that kind of came about.
Go ahead.
Good. I start. So I remember the first song I ever recorded. Like I said, I just met a guy in a bar, and he was. Well, I was with my dad. Played a lot of pool and shit in bars. So yeah, I was in the bars and shit when I was like 15 and shit. And I met this guy. He's like, "What are you gonna be when you grow up, kid?" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "I'm gonna be a rapper." And he was just like, "Huh?" He was like, "Well, I actually own a studio." So I went and dropped a song at the studio. Dude's name was Chief, and I recorded the song in the studio, and it pretty much just went up from there. I met some people. Ended up creating a mixtape. A guy from the city that's still doing graphics stuff, Young Trey, did my first mixtape cover and everything.
Trey did your first cover?
First mixtape cover ever, yeah. Pimpin' P, the mixtape is what it was called. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
dude.
yeah, I used to go by Pimpin' P, and then I switched my name to Young P Main for marketing purposes because I was performing on TV shows and shit in Atlanta when I was 15, and they're like, we can't market you as Pimpin' P at 15 years old. So,
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was kind of my first experience recording and doing anything with music.
Oh, hell yeah, 15 years old. That's crazy how the universe works, man.
Yeah.
Talking to a dude at a bar, and he's named Chief, and he happened to have a studio.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
This a dinosaur story, but
OG shit.
it was
In the year 1970.
man, I'm telling you, at the end of 5th grade, bro. Me and my cousin already rapped. He was in a group, and he used to rap fast. And we was painting my grandmama's house, and he was like freestyling. So I ain't writing nothing at the time. I learned how to rap freestyle. So I was tongue twisting. I didn't even know who Twister was.
Yeah.
And I got to middle school, and everybody was like, Twist. I'm like, who's that? Like, you know what I'm saying? They was like, he rap fast like Twister. So that made me want to find out who he was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And recording, me and my partner, we had, my dad was like, you want a bike or a keyboard? And I was like, I want the keyboard. Right? So we had this little Radio Shack 6-track joint.
Yep.
You can only put like the beat, like the drums,
Yeah.
the hi-hat, the snare, and then you just had like 3 instruments. You know, and you had to play this shit all the way through.
Yep.
However long you wanted, you had to play it that long.
Wasn't no loop.
You know, wasn't no loop on it. So we ended up doing that, and we got a karaoke machine. We had the mic hanging from the ceiling like a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? And we was flipping tapes out the stack. You know what I'm saying? But that just got my mind going on recording. You know what I'm saying? That took me to the next level when I got in the big studios and stuff. We started working with like David Banner and Ludacris and you know what I'm saying? Other rappers like that at the time. I was just like 15. And then we helped produce Sick and Tired from That Roots with Anthony Hamilton on it.
Oh, dope, bro.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
That got going, and then we was finna sign to TVT and Rough Riders.
Yeah.
And to this day, I really don't know what the fuck happened, but that just made me want to understand the business more, because I didn't understand what the fuck happened. Like
TVT, I remember them, bro. Yeah.
they went bankrupt though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, that's how got out. And,
Yeah.
yeah, like that just made me get into the business. And I've been owning the studio since I was 18, like ever since.
Yeah, and what's crazy too, you talked about the mic hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Now everybody's doing that. Is like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy how some of that stuff that we had to make use of is now becoming a trend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's dope, man. That's a cool story too, for sure. Especially working with those kind of artists, dude.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Block though, man. Block Life, man. Block put
Yeah,
me
Block.
on when I was young, man, with the beats and shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
I used to make $2,500 a week, dog.
On big back, that's
Making
dope, man.
beats.
On that machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, he had all the new shit.
Oh yeah, but that's what you started. That's
Yeah,
what you
that's
said
what I
when you started
started.
out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. I started recording a little later in life, in high school. I had some homies that had a studio, and I did some choir here and there in high school just to like, not even knowing that it was teaching me something, but just to get a quick A or something like that. And I started recording and singing like other people's songs like they was writing for me. And then I needed an outlet just to get off how I was feeling and what I was going through at the time, probably like 2013. But it really, like, I always loved to write too, so I do write all my music just back then. It just, I got a voice, I could sing as well. So I was doing that. So it just the comfortability of recording and being on the mic, it became like second nature. So I was, that's what led to my first project, Nothing But Work. and I just always adopted that motto of you get what you put in. You know, whatever you put in is what you're gonna get back. So just from then on, I just never stopped, head down, working, and that's what's really led me here. Just networking and meeting and performing, and like I said, just building a platform, building a brand, the Quattro Cinco brand, the Gloucester World brand, just standing for some new father, just really setting a legacy and a foundation for my future, you know, and what's to come after me. So all that has led me to meeting OGs and really tapping in and taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
So that's really been my story, just building. And if you really pay attention to my albums and my visuals, it's all my journey. So you'll get to see it from the beginning to up to date, and you know what I'm saying, where we going with it. So
That's cool, man.
yeah.
Man, for sure. So the question was, like, you know, the first time, you know, locking in, basically. So, you know, like I mentioned earlier, like my pops had the studio, but you know, with him like being serious about music, locked in, like he a real student of the game. So when I first came to him, I was like, I want to rap. Like he looked at me like I was retarded. Like, you want to rap? You ain't never said nothing about rapping. You just be in here listening to stuff. I was like, no, I want to rap. He said, you got to show me you serious before you want to rap. You know, I ain't going to just let you in here. You know, you got to respect it. You know, in the studio, he had a booth. It was a wooden booth, and on the wall, like, everybody that came to the studio signed the wall. Like, and we still got that wall to this day. It's like 25 years old.
Oh, that's cool, man.
So I would be like, I was like, all right, bet, I'm gonna show you. He's like, you just gotta show me you serious, you know. He's like, I want you to go write me something, whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. So I took my laptop that I had at the time. I'm like 11, 12, somewhere around there. And you know, back in the day, we used to play Rock Band. It came with the microphones and stuff.
Yep.
So what I did was I downloaded Audacity onto my laptop. I used the Rock Band USB microphone. I plugged it in, and that's what I learned. I was learning to teach myself to record myself. And I dropped my first song, and I showed it to him. He was just like, yeah, this alright. It sounds terrible, but this alright. So like, so it really been from like there. And then, you know, moving on along, you know, just keep going into it. Like I progressed a lot more, you know, vocabulary got better. I went through some stuff, you know. So you listen to my music, it's everything I went through, everything that I've been through. So I just took it, you know, taking those baby steps and, you know, learning more about myself is when I really, you know, progressed in my music and got better. And, you know, you see it in all my projects.
Yeah, that's cool too, man. Like, are you the youngest of everybody? Everybody here?
No, me and Quattro same age.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So like, it's cool to hear all of y'all's stories as far as how y'all got, you know, into music as far as recording. Do y'all want to speak about how y'all linked up? Was it you want to kind of talk about how that came about?
Shit, me and P. I mean, I've been knowing people a minute for real though, but like we really tapped in. Like, can't really get into all of it, but but P is like one of the most solid people I ever met in my life, right?
Yeah.
And I just basically just told him like, hey, bro, ride with me. He was like, all right. And then from there, we just started coming. We said we wanted to build a machine, and we wanted to work with people that was was getting looked over, had to drive too. Like it wasn't all about no popularity thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we was like, we wanted to build a machine that operate the same way as the majors. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna do videos, we're gonna do graphics, we're gonna do our recording, get producers, and we're gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? And we came up with the rat racing thing. And I had been saying I was rat racing for a minute because I used to work like 2-3 jobs. Do like a bunch of other shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I just like rat racing, you know what I'm saying? So everybody that you see with me, they do the same thing, man. They hustlers, they, you know what I'm saying? They work, they take care of their kids, you know what I'm saying? I stand up guys, so you know what I'm saying? That's really my part of it too.
Yeah, like he said, we pretty much linked up. We was like, cause you know, I'd kind of like really just looked up to him as a musical artist in the city because he had accomplished so much. He's really like legendary in the city type shit. You know what I'm saying? So we just started kind of doing some music, and then we got to know each other on a personal level and stuff. And then he was like, "Yeah, I want to start this up." And I was like, "Sure, I'm with you." So we just started Racer Music Group together. We reached out to a few people that we thought was really talented in the city that was just getting overlooked, such as Quattro Cinco. He's been one of the artists with us since day one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then PG, he came in about a year ago, and we had some other artists, but everybody ain't as serious and stuff, and sometimes everybody don't have the same vision, so we just kept building it till we just had a solid group of people that we can pretty much know that everybody's serious about it, and we just built on it from there, and just accomplished a lot of great things, I feel like, since we started it.
Yeah, that's cool to see y'all building it like you're doing it. A lot of y'all's vision and objectives is, like, again, similar to what me and Squint started with Show and Prove back in 2007. I started in 06, but Squint's linked with me in 07, but it's the same thing. We do everything in-house and do everything independently, but you're moving like a label does, but you're just on it from an independent level. Because that's honestly the best way to do it now, bro. Y'all know that too, though, I'm sure, but that's cool. Though.
Yeah, so I was a fan of, these guys, just hearing their music, getting into the scene, like I said earlier, respecting the foundation that those that have been doing this rap shit way before me, just getting into the space. And I ran into P. I was working. I've always got to the bag, regardless of what it was. I was working at an amusement park, and again, being a fan, he was on the internet, and on YouTube with I think it was Hot or Not.
Yeah, the Hot or Not.
Yeah. Just, just like-minded individual. Plus, he was fucking tracks up. So I seen him, and I was getting in my networking mode, like, again, working at an amusement park at the time was teaching me how to talk to people. So, like, really giving me the foundation of networking. Like, you really got to be a people person to work at an amusement park. So I just look at every situation I done been in, like, it's a lesson. It has taught me something and created who I am today. But we started on SoundCloud and never looked back. Been working. I would think that was like 2016, 17. Then I finally ran into Twist. I was on vacation I think I turned like 24, 25. He hit me with a record, and then I was kind of nervous because it was the OG, but then I was like, I gotta do it. Like, this is the next step, like, of the respect level, in the city. So I wrote that verse on the way back from New Orleans. I think he sent it to me one day, and then it was back the next day. Because it was one of the moments, and we ain't missed since. So, it's just, I've always known the Castro. Crazy thing about it was, my grandmama told me about Castro before I even knew him.
Man, shout out Grams, man. Yeah. Shout out Grams for sure.
Yeah. Just through networking and being good people, good people meet good people. Yeah. And he was telling, how he knew me or whatnot. And she kept telling me, it's this dude up there at the station. He telling me he know you. You move around enough, there's a lot of people tell you that they, they know you, especially if they know you grams or moms or something like that. So, but yeah, that's ever since then, just locking in. I always keep good people around me, good gloss around me. So, it's always led me to real solid folks. So that's what this is, a solid conglomerate. Yeah,
man, for sure. And then, like, over time, I see these guys' music, to see the progress, like, especially coming up, those teenage years in school and stuff. What Quattro don't know, Quattro hoop. So, like, my school, I I ain't hooping at, I was always into like the camera stuff. So I used to record the games and stuff. So like every time they come, they'd be like, bro, who is that tall ass motherfucker right there? Type shit, So it just go to show you never know where life gonna take you. It'll take me one that game, by the way. But like T. Riser, and P, like being on Facebook, like as teenagers, you'd be like, bro, who is this on this music video, man? All these shares, man, like they doing it, like that's crazy, like. And then you meet those people, and then you come to realize, man, these people some good dudes. Like, these my type of people, these some good dudes. They ain't out to, fuck nobody over and none of that. They just good, solid dudes. I actually P shoot videos too, so I actually called him, and I was just like, yo, I need you to shoot me a video. Actually, I got the message right now. I had actually hit P up for a feature, and he had left me on red. He left me on red. We seen that the other day. Yeah. He left me on red.
Damn, bro. I didn't know that.
Yikes.
It wasn't intentional.
Then I had hit him up for a music video, man. We linked,
Hold on, disclaimer, I'm horrible at social media. So it's not my fault if I don't respond to every single person. I try to, but it gets away from me sometimes.
But yeah, he actually shot, one of my first music videos. So to go to show, and I was just like, this is crazy. I actually remember it because he shot this music video when he was sitting at this table type shit. So I was like, I was just like, yo, I'm trying to shoot the music video, and he's like, we trying to shoot it. I said, I'm gonna shoot it at my table. So and it just like go to show, like, I tell anybody, like, this is literally one of my favorite rappers. Like, it's not even in the city, it's just like in general, period. So
that's dope, bro. Yeah, it's cool how y'all like. Hearing all four of y'all's stories on how everybody linked up, it's dope to hear that happened the way it did in an organic fashion, to where it wasn't like anything forced or y'all all mutually good people and just was kind of moving towards the same goal type stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do y'all want to speak about what y'all are working on currently? Y'all can go individually or however y'all want to do it.
Oh man, In Gloss We Trust out right now. It's 10 records. I'm sorry, it's not 10 records. It's 12 records. Mm-hmm. Go check it out. It's a vibe for everybody. It's really just introducing you to the gloss world, the gloss brand. And if you've never heard of it, it is a positive aura. It's what you leave. It's what you bring into a room. It's what you leave when you walk out of a room. It's what you affect people with when it's positive energy. Just making people feel good. So it's something for everybody on that. I just released a music video, Moolah Galore. I probably got like 4 or 5 videos right now out for the entire project. More on the way. Me and P are cooking up something. Man, yeah, just it's a lot more on the way. So I'm actually got a show tonight. We taking over Knox Vegas, so shout out to them guys as well. But yeah, that's what's going on up to date.
Oh yeah, and I'll make sure that whatever links that y'all want, they'll all be available in the description. And,
click the link below.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody in chat.
Click the link. It's right here. You see it? It's right there.
It's right there. Hell
yeah. Shit, I gotta tell about a little bit I'm working on. So I just dropped a couple major features over the last couple years and stuff. I did a pretty big record for me with Ritz. We did the music video. And then I did one with Kasky, and we did the music video. And then I've dropped, my last project was Real As It Gets Part 2. Yeah, I think Real As It Gets Part 2. And I put like 22 songs on this album, just 'cause I know people don't do that anymore, but I had so much music, I just like, all right, whatever, I'll just put it out. And then I think Motion might have been the last album, but I've dropped I just keep dropping albums. So this right now I'm just focusing on singles is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, and I've dropped two. I'm just focusing on singles and stuff. I released 2 big singles recently. One with him, it's called Nothing Free, and that record just went like crazy. It's all over the radio right now. We was on BET Jams for a month in like the top 10 Jam of the Week. We got BET Jam of the Week with the video.
Oh, dope.
We had the biggest billboard in New York Times Square video on that shit. So it's really went like crazy, that video has. And we worked with some really crazy videographers and people. Shot by Reginald, the strongest director. He's in Atlanta. He does a lot of big budget videos. He shot for a lot of major people. And Painfully Gifted Visuals, Dana, was actually the light man for that video, and I met him, which led me to my next single video. I ended up doing a video with him, and he shoots for he just shot a big video for a black youngster. He shot a video for Lil Baby. Like, dude's working with a lot of major people, so shout out Painfully Gifted. And I had him, me and Quattro actually had a record for like, we recorded that about 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2 years, and I was like, man, I just can't sleep on this record, So finally I was like, cool, we start performing it, getting a real good reaction. Like, it's just a great performance track. Every time we perform it, it just goes crazy. So I was like, all right, we're gonna get the video done. So we did a real like cinematic and in-depth heist type video. And then we actually changed the name. The song was called Vibe, and then we changed it to The Heist because the video ended up being bigger than the record itself. So that's just really what I'm pushing, them 2 records right now. Nothing Free and The Heist is out on all platforms. Y'all can check it out and get it in, so check it out. But other than that, I was fixing to drop another album, but I think I'm just going to take some time to push some singles. I got another single I'm going to be dropping soon called One of These Nights. It's crazy. It's a sample record from the Eagles back in the day. A song called One of These Nights.
Oh, hell yeah.
My homie Wayne, he's a big producer in the city. He made the beat. My homie Who Shot Jimmy, shout out to him. He shot the video for us. I'm actually releasing it Monday.
Shout out to Jimmy.
So when this drop, whenever we decide to drop
Jimmy
it,
ain't shooting Who Shot It.
Yeah, it'll actually be out. So shout out to Who Shot Jimmy. He shot that video, and he shot the majority of my videos. He shot the record with Rids. He went to Calabasas in California. We shot the video with Cassie. Like, he shot a lot of stuff for me. Him. He shot videos for him.
Shot my first video.
Yeah, Jimmy's really the homie. Like, he shot majority of my videos. But
he raised his name with Nick Cannon.
Yeah, his son. He's making
man.
a lot of moves. His son got signed with Nick Cannon. So shout out YM.
Did you sign with him for like Wild Out, or was it just like
no,
music,
they're
like
a group. So they're called I think Incredible Kids.
No, they changed it to Pop Money.
Pop Money now. Yeah,
Pop
they
Money.
changed it. So yeah, he put Nick Cannon put like a group together, and he's actually in the group. So yeah, they're doing their thing. Man. It's cool to see him elevate because we've watched him since he was a kid. I mean, he's still super young. Was he like 15, something like that? So you know what I'm saying? But we really watched him develop. So shout out to them and everything they got going on, for sure. But yeah, that's what I'm focused on, singles this year instead of. Still gonna drop an album, but just mainly just singles and content right now.
Hell yeah, bro.
So, for sure. What's Castro got going on?
Man, I got a little bit of everything going on, man. I just locked in a feature with my guy T Riser. He's a real big artist here. I just sent some stuff over to, if y'all know Quattro Cinco, I sent some stuff over to him. I'm waiting for them both to get back. Then I'm working on a feature for Young P. He was gonna drop a project, but I had delayed my verse on that song. So I got to send that to him. But then I'm working on another EP for every PG. The P and the G, stand for prosperity and growth. So it's just, this last year, it's just been a little trying. So gonna put it out in the music, and, drop it for the people.
Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome.
What I got 2 projects.
What do you not have going on?
Yeah, what do you not have going on? You tell us.
Y'all busy, dog. I like it, man.
Because we did the Nothing Free real big this year.
Yeah, the Nothing Free. Crazy.
I got another song on the radio down here, real heavy with Janelle, Jezebel, what it called Where Would I Be with Frank Bumpus. And we got the band made to be the Too High production band. Crazy. Like, if you ever see our live performance, they be performing with us on that.
Yeah.
I dropped 2 projects, big record at the album. It's more of a live grown thing, and then I got Take Charge or Take Orders, some street shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now we're working on this Behind the Bar series. We doing hip hop cyphers for the city with like different artists, and it's all about unity, man. It ain't no competition, no battle. We just having people coming in who normally wouldn't rap with each other.
Oh, that's dope, bro. I like that.
Man.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're working on that, man. We got one out now with the female. We finna drop the one with the male. We got a poetry one coming. Then we got unisex, man. We just gonna do some crazy stuff with it. So
That's what's up, man. Do y'all all have your own individual YouTube channels, and then do y'all have the rack racing? Do y'all got a rack racing YouTube as well?
We don't have a rack racing YouTube
Y'all just do it
channel,
like on your own
just
solos?
individual
Gotcha.
sounds. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
really, we brought rack racing together. Everybody's a solo artist,
Mm-hmm.
but we all just like. If he drops something, everybody's sharing it.
Yeah,
Everybody's
yeah,
pushing
bro.
it. He
Same
drops.
thing.
If I drop something,
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
behind it pushing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we're all do our own thing, but at the same time, you know, it's like a family, and we just all help each other push everything.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Y'all got any funny stories or stuff y'all want to tell? We can just shoot the shit too if y'all want.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all want to do.
We was shooting the heist,
Yeah.
and
Oh man.
you know, it was a 12-hour shoot.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
was a
long
long
day. It was the first of my first time. I mean, I feel like my previous music videos are professional, but then this was another level of professional.
Yeah.
You know, just impromptu acting. But we get to the second scene, and it's the art gallery, and you know, we brought our people, you know what I'm saying, to act with us, and the videographer, there was a gentleman that came in, and he it's crazy, you know, just I pay attention to, you know, who we came with. We in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who is
Yeah,
who. You
for sure.
sometimes, you know. So
And the
I thought
videographer was going to bring some extras as well, so we didn't know everybody that was even involved in our
didn't have
own
a-
video.
So I just knew who came with us. So and who the videographer was talking to. So there was a gentleman that walked in the art gallery, and he looked around. And we had just began shooting.
We're in
And-
full character at this
Yeah,
time. By the way.
yeah. So he, I'm playing security guard, and the guy walks by just past the camera, and the videographer's like, Dana's like, hey, whoa, hey, do that walk again, like walk back, step back, and then do it again. And then he did it again. But again, I don't know this fella. So,
None of
you
us.
know, I'm thinking he is a part, you know, he came with the videographer. That's a part of his team. So he's acting, and then we get further into it, and he's, you know, following directions now. So we get to the point where we're about to run out with them things. So, you know, I feel like everybody knew, and, you know, everybody came with somebody. So it come to find out, this guy don't even know nothing about what's going on. He don't even know, like,
He's really in an art gallery.
He
browsing
really
art to
shopping.
buy. He's a real estate
really
agent.
shopping
Oh,
for
shit.
art.
Oh, and y'all brought the props
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So like
Oh, shit.
we when we brought them out, it was like the emotion on his face, he really didn't know. So like
He thought he was getting robbed.
yeah.
He thought he got lined up.
But because we was in full blown suits, acting like we were just working the art gallery in character, to being going back there, and then we like masked up and came out with guns like we're
And
robbing
he,
the place.
and he
like
was
it an
there just for
inside
the
job.
art.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just walked in. He didn't know we rented this art
he-
gallery out
yeah.
for a music video. He
know,
had no
Imagine
idea.
how scared he was.
Seriously. But yeah, I mean, just finding out, you know, after a long day of shooting, like that happens, and then like just watching people walk by, and you know what I'm saying, we got all kinds of props, you know what I'm saying, and nobody said anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy
It's
to,
like, it's
It-
another
it
day
was
in
think
Atlanta.
about, but
Yeah, it was also fun. We had a cop car, a full blown cop car with blue lights chasing us through Atlanta, and we both had ski masks on in a car, running from the police in Atlanta through like a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
So people were walking their dog like, oh my God. And she was pretty funny. So
Yeah.
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, I'm sure that to y'all that was definitely funny, and it was funny hearing it. But
Yeah.
from dude's perspective, it was probably hit a little different for him.
Yeah,
for
it
sure,
was a
for
little
sure,
different
for
for
sure.
him.
But he
ended
became
up
a
being
fan
cool.
though.
Yeah, he's
you
a
know what I'm
fan
saying?
now.
That's cool.
Especially like just being watching the video, waiting on it to come out after he realized what was going on, and ever since then, like he followed me on social media and whatnot, and show love.
Yeah.
So we still
Made a
gained
connection,
some
still a
support out
connection.
of it.
Never know if you need some real estate.
Yeah, in
Real.
Atlanta, he might be
Real.
the guy.
Yeah, that's cool though. That's a cool story right there.
Shout out to bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Weird story for me ain't got nothing to do with that. I was in the mall. And buddy busted up on me. He was like, "Yeah, man, I want you to listen to this. I got this song or whatever." So I was like, I'm thinking he's gonna rap or something. He ripped the whole Bluetooth speaker up out his jacket. And started playing it. So my girl walked in and she see me in distress, so she kind of like, "Come on, we da da da." So I'm like, "Bro, I got to go to food." So we sit there, we eating in the food court. He came back
With the Bluetooth.
with the Bluetooth speaker again. Like, "I know you eating.
Yeah.
Listen to this one more song."
That's
man.
crazy.
And they're like, man, it was wild, man. And then, second thing, me and my daughter was in GameStop. And this dude was like, he rapping and all that. So my daughter was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know about the studio, blah, blah, blah." And he was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Yeah, you know T-Raz?" He was like, "Yeah, that's my uncle." And my daughter was like, "What?" He was like my uncle ain't got no kids. Like,
Yeah.
man, it was crazy, man. The mall be wild, bro.
Yeah,
Yo.
I tell him all the time. He got more cousins than anybody I know. Every time I shoot a lot of videos, and every time I'm at a video, someone's like, "Oh, you mess with T-Rise?" No, I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, that's my cousin." I'm like, I've never seen you like around him ever. Known this man for years, but
It was
yeah,
wild, man.
it's funny. Everybody's
Yeah,
cool,
dude.
so. Yeah.
When we together, man, we get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's really just about helping each other grow and helping each other learn the business and even in life, you know what I'm saying? Just being there for each other.
Yeah. Another wild thing. I got a wild story.
Another one.
We was in Dalton. We was in Dalton.
Yeah, for what? Fujiano?
Fujiano was
Oh
there.
my gosh.
So we see this dude, man. I don't know. He was walking around. Everything was cool at first. He was
Yeah,
on stage.
everything was cool at first.
And then next thing we know, we just see some people like jumping up and down outside, and we like everybody running. So we finna get ready to get on down. So on the way sliding out the door, we look down, and like Buddy was getting stepped on, man.
That's when I originally even heard it. I heard it doom doom doom. It was off beat, and I looked out the glass. We were on the stage with his artist name. I don't know if you ever heard of Fujiano. He was signed. He was signed with Gucci Mane. Yeah, he was doing that song, and everybody was going crazy, and we were on stage with him. But I heard like this doom doom doom. It's like off beat from the bass, and I looked over, and it was like a glass wall outside the club. And this dude's head just boom, 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 bouncing off the glass wall. I'm like, damn. So we was like, hey, let's get all who we got and get the fuck out of here, because this shit's like breaking out everywhere.
They shut this spot down.
Yeah, they shut it down. But yeah, it was crazy. We got outside the club, and these motherfuckers started having a shootout, like in the middle of the street and shit. I was driving. I got us all in the car. I'm ducked down like this, gunshots going off. We're trying to get out of there and shit. Yeah, that shit was super crazy.
That's wild, bro. Yeah. Have y'all thought about doing a project, like a group project, like a compilation?
Yeah,
It's in the works, maybe.
Yeah, it's in the works for sure.
It's in the works. We already got the cover for
Yeah,
it.
we always collabing. Yeah, it'll be the second. Yeah, we got one already.
We got one already.
Pretty girls, little teddy bears.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. This has been cool getting to know each and every one of you guys and meet y'all, and looking forward to. I've been familiar with P's music, but now I'm gonna go tap in on the ride home and check out all y'all stuff, man. So I'm excited to see what y'all got coming out in the future, and any way we can help with y'all, Chattanooga TV, man. We're down to do that. So if y'all y'all got anything else y'all want to say?
Shout out to Two Minds Alike, Taj Masson, producer, Hot Boy Taj. Shout out to Duck, Big Duck on the beats. Yeah,
Ducky DeVito.
Ducky DeVito, Duck Tracks, and
Vaughn,
Duke, Uncle Duke. So yeah, man, we just shout out to everybody that couldn't be here and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we all working in our own ways. You know what I'm saying? That's what make it big. When everybody putting in work somewhere and then we bring it together, it's huge. So.
Yeah, man, and again, anybody that's tapping in on Chattanooga TV, be sure to hit the links up in the description. I'll also put them in the live comments on the premiere. We'll pin the comment in the video. Y'all be sure to tap in with these guys. We'll put their Instagrams and all that and their YouTube stuff. And y'all, they got a lot of dope stuff on the way. So, again, guys, I appreciate y'all. Rat Race Music Group, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Yeah.
All right, yo.
Yes,
Two C's.